In today's episode, I will be completely transparent with you guys, sharing my personal story of how I was able to move from a life of unemployment to starting and building a successful online business. So, if you really want to hear how that went, stay tuned. Hey everyone, welcome to PS Rich. I'm your girl Patrina Richards, and I help aspiring entrepreneurs create success while living an extraordinary lifestyle. If you are new here, ensure that you subscribe because every single week I post a new episode here, as well as I leave a free and cool resource for you so that you're able to start and build your very own successful business. So, in today's episode, I will be just sharing my story with you guys of how I was able to move from a life of unemployment to starting and building a successful online business. Now, everybody has their rags to riches type of story, but for me, I'm just going to be very transparent with you guys because, before I started into business, I was definitely at a place in my life where I didn't want to be. So back in 2018, I completed an internship I did back in California, and I enjoyed the internship. It was absolutely amazing. The company was fun. I met some amazing people. It was one of the best experiences of my life. But all good things come to an end at times, and so after leaving that job, I ended up unemployed. So I really wanted something to do. I tried my hand at many other businesses before, but to no avail, they all failed. And that's gonna happen sometimes in your entrepreneurial journey. You will fail at times, and that's completely okay. It's okay to fail. So a couple months going on, I was actively praying about something, an opportunity. I was praying for a way out, to be very honest, and I felt like nothing was working out. I was applying for jobs because I was trying to find another office job so that I was able to utilize my business degree, but I was not successful. And sometimes things do happen in your life because God has greater plan for you, and so that's what I saw it as. That's afterwards I started my business, of course. So back in last year, fast forward to 2019, a friend of mine reached out to me, and we didn't connected for a long time. We lost connection, and then she reached back out to me after a couple months, and she was like, hi Patrina. She was sharing her story with me, and I was just catching up with her, and I was like, hey girl, I was unable to get a job, and things were pretty much stressful for me. So I was pretty much transparent then because I was desperate. And so what she did was just to say, hey, I started this business opportunity, and I would definitely love to share it with you. And that's when I took her up on the offer. And so I hear what she had to say, and to be honest, guys, that was not what I was looking for. It was not what I was looking for, right? I did not want to go into network marketing ever again because I had a bad experience before. And so when she shared it with me, I made an educated decision. I decided, hey, that was in the past, let me try again. And to be honest, it was in an industry that I really, really loved. It's something that I was super passionate about. And so I said, hey, let me try. Didn't have the money at the time, so I put the amount on a credit card. I started on a credit card, and since that day I have been running with it ever since. My life completely changed. Now the journey from that point until now is ups and downs. It's a lot of ups and downs, but I have learned throughout the process just to be patient, just to trust the process, because in that process, it's making me become who I am today. So when I started my business, I was absolutely excited to do something like that. I was absolutely excited to start helping people. I had a very quick start in my business. I had a very fast start. And then after a couple months, things started to die down, right? Because sometimes when you have a quick start, things start to die down because your business goes through seasons. And during that, adversity period, I was finding additional ways to go. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? How will I be able to come back from this? And then that's when I started going into extensive trainings upon trainings, reading books, listening to audios, doing so many different personal development things just to grow myself personally, because I made a commitment that I started this and I was going to finish it. I was not going to allow, one bad challenge get me out of the game. I decided this was it. I'm going to make a commitment to go through to the end, right? And so I did everything that I could. I paid for courses. I go on as many trainings as I can, the free ones, the paid ones. I invested in myself. And because of that, it was able to help me to achieve the results that I have today. Now, since starting my network business, I was able to start other businesses. Right, so I was able to open other businesses online, of course, and now I'm into blogging as well. So that one opportunity opened so many other doors for me professionally. I am so grateful to God that happened in my life. And at that moment, I thought that things were not going to be okay. I was just going to be sitting here going into depression, be stressed out, being sorry for myself. I had self-pity. But when that opportunity knocked at my door, I grabbed it with my two hands and I decided that, hey, whatever it takes, I'm going to make this work. And so I worked it, and eventually things started to stick for me. People started reaching out to me for my other businesses as well and asking me, are you able to do this? And I didn't even have to put myself out there that much. I started attracting the people who I wanted in my life. My circle changed completely. I started, communicating with people who had the results that I wanted. They had the results I wanted, so I listened to them every single day, day in, day out. And it helped me to fine-tune the missing pieces of my business. I am far ahead than I was before. Since then, I have never ever applied for a 9-to-5. Because I started my business and opened other businesses through that platform. So, I'm sharing my story today with someone just to let you know, you'll probably be in a situation like I was, or probably worse than I was, but it's completely okay. But I have to say that when opportunities come, do not just overlook them. Look for that bright light at the end of the tunnel, because it may be something God is drawing you to, and because it's not what you were looking for, it's not what you thought, of the life you were going to do, have the business you were going to do, you did not want to accept it. Go for it. Make the best of every opportunity. Either you learn or you grow. Every single mistake teaches you to do better. So I was consistent enough to do better every single time I made a mistake, because bear in mind, this is my first real business. I should say real business because the other ones didn't take off, but this was my first real business and I was determined to make it work. So that's all the things that I did. With my story, it may not be as harsh as somebody else's story, but that was my pain. That was my problem that I was dealing with at the time. And so I had to find a way out. During the process of my business, I was able to meet people from all over the world, people who were thinking the same things that I was thinking. They had the same mindset that I have, the goals that I have for my life. Everything just started coming together like a perfect puzzle. Like this puzzle that was missing all the pieces, everything started coming together. And I was in absolute awe. There was a point I was so overwhelmed. I was like, is this really me? Is this really me? Over a year ago, I did not have any opportunity, nothing. Why I wanted to go back to school. I wanted to go back to school to do another degree, but God did not have it that way. And so the way how things turned out, I'm so happy and grateful that's how my story started. That's how my story started, and now I'm on a journey to help as many people as I can as well, because I know it can be super difficult when people want to head off into an opportunity or start a business. It doesn't matter what business it is. You don't have to be in the same industry as I am or same company. It doesn't really matter what you do business wise, but as long as you jump, take the opportunity, take the leap of faith and make it work. Right? So, if you want to hear a little bit more in details, I also leave on my blog, details of my story. You can head on over to the blog post and check it out. I will leave the link in the description below so that you're able just to read, full detail of this episode. But guys, stay the course, trust the process. Everything that's happening in your life is for a specific reason. Do not give up, keep pushing, and you will reap the benefits. Just stay the course. Your life may not make sense right now, but trust me, eventually everything will make sense to you. Nothing made sense to me before I started my business. Nothing made sense to me, and then now I realized that, wow, maybe that's why I wasn't able to go back to studying, and maybe that's why things worked out the way they did. Because guys, I would not trade this for anything else. Everything was just aligned in the perfect way that God wanted it to. So stay positive, stay focused, keep dreaming. Do not lose your dream because it's not happening now. But most importantly, remember to take action. If you do not take action, you will not be able to achieve the goals and the dreams that you have. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate you. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to check me out every single week for a new episode. And I look forward to growing with you guys. Bye-bye.